Welcome.
We're talking about how Holly's dress is borderline inappropriate.
It's not, though. Listen,
She's a high-necked kind of a girl.
I'm just a modest Molly, but call me Holly.
It's a V-neck, but it is not even showing
It's not
anything.
even a deep V.
And she's just like readjusting so uncomfortable.
I've just never been the person who's like, it's fine, I'll change right here. It's not me.
Let me tell you what I have a problem with. Not you. We went to the mall the other day, as you do, as a family.
Are malls still a thing?
No, and that's what was really sad.
I know.
But I saw so many girls not wearing bras, and they're just bouncing
You're getting
everywhere.
into a controversial topic here.
I was like, and I was with Andrew, and some of them, I was just like, go put on a bra. I can see everything you have to offer right here. And I'm with my husband, and I'm very uncomfortable by this.
I made the comment the other day about something that would make me burn a bra. That was me making a feminist movement. Was April, which is Micah's sister, my sister-in-law, was talking about her and her husband watched this new Netflix documentary series. I have not watched it. We're not even talking about it. This is just a statement. That's all I'm saying here. It's the story about, I think it's in Utah. It's the guy who...
Is the Mormon thing?
Yes, who he's like in prison now, and terrible stuff was happening. But he was like telling all these women that they would have to marry him, and he like dictated what they couldn't do. And I said to April, there is nothing that would make me turn into a feminist quicker than a man trying to tell me that I'm going to have to join in this sister wives tribe. Oh. And this is what I have to do. I'm like, watch me burn a bra real quick. I will march.
I can't imagine being a sister wife, like being okay if Andrew came to me and was like, there's this other woman, I'm thinking about bringing her into the marriage. I'd be like, heck nah.
But he's like, Sallie,
I
am.
No.
Yes.
But sometimes, because I have watched Sister Wives on TLC.
I forgot about that show.
And they're like cool with it. Mm-hmm. But then they have all these problems and they're insecure. And I'm like, could it be that there's more than one person in your marriage?
Too many hormones in this room.
Is it because that he's spending the night at her house more than and I just think, what man wants to manage?
That sounds stressful to me.
That sounds really stressful.
I want us to take all religion, political, every aspect out of it and just black and white here. That is too much to deal with.
Yeah, that's too many women. And I'm like,
we have got enough emotions in our house, just the two of us. I cannot add any more. And we've already got Everly coming into the mix, and she's experiencing new emotions. This is plenty, okay?
Well, I was just saying, like, you're very modest compared to what I saw. But also, guys, if not wearing a bra is a trend, like that's the thing we're doing now, I can't be a part of that.
I can't join in that trend.
I just immediately was like...
It's also just not practical to me, like, if I'm out for a run. You know what I mean? That's all I'm going to say. That's all I have to say about that.
I was just thinking maybe they don't have a comfortable enough bra. They need to go
find one?
Go find one.
Okay.
Maybe that's what it is. But anyway. Okay, so let's switch gears away from polygamy and not wearing a bra. As you do. I was at the gym the other day wearing leggings.
Okay.
Do you wear underwear underneath your leggings?
Sometimes.
I never do. I don't understand why you would. But maybe after this I might have to. Because I was doing jump rope. And guys, I had gone to the bathroom. I did not need to go to the bathroom. But my bladder from having 2 children, I peed. And it started coming enough that some droplets.
This is disgusting.
Dropped on the floor. And I had to...
In the middle of the gym.
In the middle of the gym.
In the middle of the day.
And I had to walk to the bathroom, figure something out, walk back.
I would have left.
I had to stay and teach a class, so that wasn't an option.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah, I stunk. And I had to wipe up the floor. I'm talking like 2 droplets. But then it made me just go, I wonder how many other...
Too many.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm in the middle of the gym, and I have peed myself. And thank God I was wearing black leggings, you couldn't see. but I thought I might have to wear some diapers.
I was going to say, you might have to skip underwear altogether and go straight to Depends.
I think I might. Next, if I have plans to jump rope, it's just
we might need to get you in with a specialist.
I think I need to go to physical therapy for my pelvic
floor therapy.
Mm-hmm. So one of my friends is in Canada, and I guess with their universal healthcare system, that's like a part of postpartum recovery is that you go see a pelvic floor.
I mean, it makes sense.
And she's like, it helped her so much. And I think that we don't really talk about that in America. It's just kind of like, oh, I peed my pants. But I'm like, I don't want to live this way.
It's kind of a funny thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, this isn't funny.
No, it was not funny.
I'm not laughing.
When I had to wipe up my pee droplets because I peed in the middle of the gym. I was not laughing.
First of all, I'm kind of upset that this didn't happen when we were at the gym together. But it's fine. The Lord was trying to spare you the embarrassment. I was on my way to the gym today, and I almost soiled myself in the car. We're talking a clear number 1 and number 2 here. We've talked about this before. They know our stories. And if you're new here,
were you legitimately concerned? Or were you like, I really have to go, but I'm going to make it?
It was knocking at the door. So we're talking,
a sneeze.
If I could explain the body in a correct anatomy to you, it's like it's a house and it's making its way through and it's got to leave the door. So when it's at the door, there is no other point that it can, there's no more holding rooms. Okay. We've made it to the exit door and I'm just driving and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I don't know if it's because I have added some greens and fiber into my diet. Because every morning I take a little scoop of greens with my water.
You might need to reconsider that on gym days.
Oh my God. And I was genuinely worried. And it was one day. I don't always have Everly with me when I go to the gym, but she was coming with me today because we had a plumber out to the house because would you believe our main line was backed up again because we got a dead gum tree root growing in it. Anyways, and so I was like, I'll take Everly with me. It'll be fine. She loves playing there. Mm-hmm. And so dropped her off in class quickly. And I am so thankful that I have that Everly is a team player and she was excited to go into class because if I had a stage 5 clinger who was not wanting to leave my side, she would have been in the stall with me. And she's nearing the stage of toddler life where she's aware of smells.
She call you out.
And she will call me out. But there was a day recently where I had her in the restroom with me and I had to go to the bathroom. And she said, Sallie, it's Tinky. I was like, stop it. But it's funny. Man. But yeah, anyways, I really thought if I don't make it, I just have to turn around and go back home and Micah's going to have to get Everly out of the car and we're going to have 2011 recap where we're going to have to scrub out the car. Gosh. And thankfully that didn't happen. I made it in and I barely made it to the bathroom.
I, at the gym, was locked in the bathroom one time. Have I told this story before?
I don't know, but I'm wondering why you didn't just crawl under if you were locked in.
That's what people said. No, not that kind of bathroom. Oh. So at my gym, at our gym, because we go to the same one.
Yeah, I'm confused.
There is a bathroom upstairs, and it is in a back corner. You cannot see it from the fitness floor.
That's stressful.
Off by itself. And it's a single bathroom, so it's a legit door.
Yeah, okay. Okay, fair.
So I'm working out with my friend, and I was on my period, and I just felt like something was maybe slipping. I'll just put it that way. Okay. Like, there might be a leakage issue. Mm-hmm. So I go to the bathroom and the door says like closed, do not use this bathroom, or like don't use the bathroom, but the door was open. And I was just thinking, I don't need to sit on the toilet. I just need to like make sure everything is okay.
Just do an adjustment.
An adjustment.
Okay.
So I went in, closed the door. Everything's fine. I go to open the door. And the handle turns, but the door parts don't move.
Oh my gosh.
And so I kind of laugh. Like, And then it dawns on me. I am in this back corner bathroom.
With a sign on it.
With a sign that says it's closed. With the fitness floor 20 feet away. With music pumping into the gym. I don't have my phone. I flipped out. So I'm in this bathroom, and then the ceiling is not like a grid ceiling. It was a plastered ceiling with a vent. So I couldn't I was like, maybe I can stand on the sink and crawl through the grid, because I'm just thinking I'm stuck in this bathroom. No one's gonna come get me, and I couldn't even do that. So I am because I used to teach turbo kick. I'm turbo kicking that door, trying to make as much noise as possible. I was trying to see if I could slip a paper towel underneath. I was
just
in there.
Shake it under the door.
And I had a friend working out with me, and I'm like, maybe, and I had a heart rate monitor on. I'm like, maybe if she sees that my heart rate monitor gets high, she'll be like, where is she? And come look for me.
She'll be like, man, she's really going to the bathroom.
So I am yelling.
Oh my gosh.
And finally, I hear, after 20 to 30 minutes, I hear a cleaning lady come. And I go, I'm in the bathroom, I'm stuck. I was freaking out.
I would have been crying.
Someone comes in and helps me. And so I heard I was not the only one that had done that. But I felt, there was a sign, but I just assumed it meant the toilet was broken.
Yeah.
And I didn't need the toilet. I just needed the bathroom. Also, shut the door if it's a door
I'm thinking
issue.
Lock it.
Yeah, don't even make it an option to be able to go in there.
Or maybe put the door is broken.
Yes.
Don't come in here. We've got lots of ideas for the team.
Yeah. Afterwards, I realized I had a bobby pin, so maybe I could have
done a little maneuver.
Done a little MacGyver, MacGruber. Yeah, MacGruber. But anyway, I did not realize it was an enlightening moment for how does Sallie handle being trapped in
not
a small,
well.
No, I freak out. So, anyway,
am pretty claustrophobic, and so the thought, even going through, I had mentioned we went on a trip to Branson a few weeks ago, and there was a small cave that we had to drive through, and I do not do well. And it's not even oh my God, I'm scared. My heart races, and I feel trapped, and I feel like we're not going to get out. And then I start to freak out, and I breathe really heavy, and we're on a little golf cart just putting along. This thing is not in a hurry. And Micah thinks it's funny. He's like, oh, this is awesome. And I was like, okay, I'm being serious. Can we get out of here? It's just it's dark. And okay, I got to get out. Oh, we got to get out of here. And it just escalates really quickly because it just freaks me out. But also I grew up with, my dad is super claustrophobic, but he has a legitimate reason, because when he was a child, granted, this is the 60s, anything goes, And he and his friends had a little hideout that they had built underground.
Oh.
And they had dug holes, a tunnel system. And they were all in it one day, and it all collapsed in on them.
Oh my gosh.
And he legitimately thought he was going to die. And I've heard that my whole life. And he would go, my dad's a great storyteller. And he would go into this whole action scene of telling you the story, and he's breathing in dirt and it's closing in, and he thought he'd never get out, and I'm like, oh God. And I can't imagine as a child how terrifying that would be. And so I've just always had in my mind, you don't go in or under things.
I was going to tell you to read the book Tom Sawyer, Adventures of Tom Sawyer, but now that you have said this, you don't need to read that book.
No, I don't. I can't.
There's a whole section that's not for you.
It's not. It is just one of those things. We're just going to explore my fears through this podcast. We've talked about bears and alligators, and now tight spaces. Nope. Or caves. I'm not going into or under things.
I don't mind caves. So in Colorado Springs, there's a cave, Cave of the Winds. And they now you can walk through the whole thing. You don't have to duck really through any parts, but there is a section of the old cave where you can it's a tunnel, and they would crawl, and it would take them 8 hours to get to the point we're standing at now with candles.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like,
For reference,
no.
We live in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and we have the great Tulsa Zoo. And in one of the buildings, there's that small area where they have a cave thing that you can walk through, and if you go one way, it's a straight shot out, but you can go the other way, and you kind of can explore, and it's
you freak out.
Ideal for kids. I've cried in it before because there was one instance years ago that Micah and I went, and he was like, let's go through this tunnel. And I cried because I didn't know how to get out, and I felt stuck, and I cried in the Tulsa Zoo as an adult.
You just keep walking through, and you're going to find your way.
There was a lot of people in there, and it was, we were, no, I'm not doing it. Can't make me. I won't go.
Well, luckily, there aren't that many situations where you are in, a cave.
No, hopefully. I'm not going to make it.
Because if something happens, if there's an apocalypse and you have to become a cave dweller to survive,
it's not
you're just going to go ahead and jump off.
I'm just like, I'm just going to stay out in the open and just shoot my shot. Okay?
Guys, I'll take my chances.
I've lived a good life. I can't go any farther than this.
Oh, man. I got locked in a trunk when I was a kid.
Nope. Heck nope. Why?
My mom had this trunk, and it had a latch, and so when the door of the trunk closed, it would swing down on that little latch, and then you slip a padlock through it. Mm-hmm. So I'm little. I'm probably 4 or 5, and I'm playing, and I'm getting in that trunk, and I get down, and the door closes, and that latch clicks. And so when I go to push up, oh my God, I'm stuck in there. And I remember thinking, I don't think I was in there for very long. I remember thinking that I was never going to get out, that I was never going to be. I remember specifically thinking I'm not going to be able to eat waffles again.
Oh, I love waffles.
I'm not going to be able to watch my mom and I would watch the British show Keeping Up Appearances. I called it Hyacinth. I'm like, I'm never going to be able to watch Hyacinth again. Those are my 5-year-old. I'm never going to see my mom. And so I'm screaming, and we had a house cleaning lady. She was vacuuming.
Oh my gosh, this is making me feel.
She heard me and came and rescued me out of that trunk. And I don't think it wasn't airtight, so I would have, but it was scary. I remember being really scared.
Something similar happened to my cat in my childhood.
Your cat?
So at our house, our cat, I guess, would crawl up under my mom's car when it was really hot outside because it was an outdoor cat. And it was my mom, sister, and I were getting in the car. I was a kid, and my mom was trying to start her car, and the engine wouldn't turn over. And my mom was like, what is going on? And so she kept turning the engine, and finally we hear like, meow. And my mom was like, oh my God, is the cat in the car? And so she popped her hood, and the cat had maneuvered itself in the car engine.
Oh my gosh.
And so we had a neighbor growing up. His name was Jim, okay? And I have to say it like that because this is how he talked. And my mom was like, because my dad would work during the days and into the night. And so my mom was like, go get Jim. He's got to get her out. So now we're in panic mode to rescue this cat because she has got herself trapped in the car. So we go get Jim. Well, Jim comes over with a broomstick. And just imagine someone churning butter in a big bin with a
around
stick.
The cat.
He has got the stick in the engine, and he's like, I'm trying to get around. He's like, and the cat's just like being stabbed over and over by this giant broomstick.
Oh my gosh.
But she made it out. She made it out just like you made it out of that car too. You guys are survivors.
Did she live a long life after that?
She truly lived her life. I think she definitely captured that, cats have 9 lives kind of thing, because she lived through a lot. But, she was a survivor. God rest her soul.
What was her name?
Her name was Cleo. We'd like to, Cleo, if you're listening, I'm glad you made it. I also had a cat.
She can definitely
That was my
hear.
sister's cat.
Okay.
We somehow, where we lived far enough out that a lot of people would dump animals out near us because it was just kind of outside of the city limits. And unfortunately, people would do that. And so we attracted a lot of animals, I guess, because I had many pets through my childhood, but they were all outdoors because my mom was not about to let a dog or a cat come be in her house, even though we would bring them in at night when she was asleep. And this cat came up to our house, and we had it for so long. Well, then it ended up getting pregnant, and it had 9 to 10 kittens that now currently we all had. And so we gave a couple to the neighbors, and then I kept one. It was all white. I named her Marshmallow. Those were my favorite when I was a kid. So I named my cat Marshmallow. She was murdered by dogs in the neighborhood. Some other dogs that had been dumped. And I witnessed her murder.
Oh my gosh. That is so sad.
Marshmallow, I love you.
Did you see the video? It's a TikTok. This guy sees a kitten on the side of the road. And so he's filming it. He gets out of the car and there's this cute little kitten. And he's like, guys, look, I'm going to rescue a kitten. And as he picks that one up, like 9 more kittens emerge from the grasses because they're looking for help. And he's going, I can't take all of you. I was just trying to
that was like the bait. They're like, you go out there, you're cuter, you'll attract people.
It's so funny. He picks him up and then you just see all these kittens come out and he was like, I can't take you all, but what can you do? They're looking for.
What do you do?
I know. You gotta take. I rescued a kitten last year it was on the side of it was in the middle of the road. I was looking out my window. And
what did you do with it?
I found someone.
Oh, I feel like I remember.
Found someone on Nextdoor who wanted to save this cat. It was this tiny little kitten. Oh. And I brought it inside the house because I was like, she's going to get killed. And it was hot. And I don't even like cats, but she was so cute. And I was like, maybe. And now we didn't keep it. And now I'm like, that was the right decision. But I'm a rescuer.
You're a rescuer. Thank you for your service. We had a neighbor that was close by. And I feel like it had to have been a rent house that was near us or something because there was people in and out of it. And the certain family who moved in, they had this little dog. And they just treated it horribly. Like, we would see it tied up all day, and then she would, like, escape and try to run away. And they were just not great people. And my sister stole the dog from them. And that dog lived with my sister until her long-awaited death years later. I mean, my sister cared for geriatric dogs that were just walking around peeing because they had no idea that they were peeing. But she stole the dog. And
my mom kidnapped a dog that was barking.
Bunch of thieves in our family.
Outside their window, and the neighbor wouldn't do anything about it. So she put it in her car. And my siblings get in the car to go to school.
This is an Aristocat situation.
What is Scruffy doing in the car? And she's like, shh, get in. And she drove off and dumped it somewhere.
She probably dumped it at my house. We raised Scruffy.
Then she got to thinking, oh my gosh, what have I done? I've stolen someone's dog.
Oh,
and Scruffy found his way home. And
told.
And
he said that woman did it.
I think they didn't even know that the dog was gone. Like that, she didn't drive far enough. And so she was secretly thinking, thank God the dog came back.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure she was relieved when she saw it. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Scruffy came home.
It's like, who are you? You kidnapped a dog?
You can't just do that.
You can't do that. My mom has done several things that she can make brash decisions that I'm like, what are you thinking? It's really funny. And then she's like, I don't know. I'm like, oh my gosh. There are things she did when my siblings were little. I'm like, if you did that today, Mom, you'd be arrested.
You would go to jail.
You would go to jail.
You would have a cell. You would have one. Mm-hmm.
But oh well, Scruffy came back. So no harm.
Scruffy came home.
It's fine.
Scruffy's fine.
Don't worry about it, guys. He's probably still living.
Go Scruffy.
Oh my goodness. Well, guys, thank you for listening to this.
To us.
Here's what I think we've learned today.
Okay.
Find a comfortable bra.
Yes.
Don't join a sister-wife situation. And watch out where your cat's hide.
Also,
stay out of caves.
Bonus, watch your fiber intake. Because it could creep up on you when you're not ready.
It could come knocking at the door when you are in a tricksy situation.
You may think the door is dead-bolted. But it's not. That lock is loose.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
We got to get out of here.